Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Right, can you just have a look at the pinned comment in the comments section? Have a look at the website, click on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, right. Well, what can we say about the WBC? We be crooks. That's what they are, isn't it? We be crooks. They just invent it as they go along. What's the point in having rules with WBC's rules if they can't stick to them? They're just rewriting rules all the time and overriding stuff. It turns out that the guy that Yafai lost against in Birmingham had failed a dope test before. Nobody mentioned it. Now, this time, the WBC have cleared Rodriguez because he declared the substance that he was taking, which was an over-the-counter substance. Well, they're all over the counter, aren't they, really? Let's have it right. But I just think it's shocking what's going on. And the WBC, they're always in the thick of it, aren't they? We all remember the Canelo situation. There's been others, aren't there? It's absolutely shocking. Roy Jones back in the days, we all remember when he failed, when against Richard Hall. There was no punishment for that, was there? Because he was such a big star. It's shocking, absolutely shocking. But Rodriguez looks like he's failed two tests now, and he's cleared from both. So I don't know. I thought it was funny to see Eddie Hills, the 7-0 Iceman from Billericay, 5 by way of, course, but no footage. Not one bit of footage. But Eddie Hills squealing about it. That's a bit double standards, isn't it, from Eddie? I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you, really? Old Eduardo, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? Hey, how can he squeal about Rodriguez when he's had Crusher Ben on his books with those two issues? Dylan White had an issue in combat sports 4 times. 2 before he worked with Eddie and 2 after, or 2 during working with Eddie. He's a 4-time doper. And Eddie's had at least 15 dopers on his shows since he's been a promoter. And he tried to sign Tyson Fury. Does everybody forget about that? People forget that one, don't they? He tried to sign Tyson Fury. Well, failed that one where they said it were white ball. They failed the cocaine one. And the third one was a refusal. When we talk about integrity, we don't think of people like Eddie Hills, do we, or Furies, but Fury did his ban, he got a 2-year ban. But what about Liam Cameron? He had 1 issue with cocaine. He got a 4-year ban, although to be fair, Liam did get a warning for the Sheedy one, the fight before the Gemman one, so maybe that would just deserve that 4-year. I don't know, but I'm a firm believer if anything's in anybody's system, it's life bans. People taking cocaine, they're taking it in fight week. It takes hunger pains away. People are taking cannabis in boxing to sleep at night. So after an hard session, if they're overthinking, they want to go to sleep, get some rest, don't they? And of course, people are taking performance enhancing drugs. And nobody seems to be taking the bull by the horns and dealing with these situations. Nobody whatsoever. And it's quite shocking. I mean, when you go through the list of people in industry that have been done, Holyfield's been done, James Toney, it's never ending. I mean, never ending. Billy Joe Saunders has been done up at Ingle Gym. Kid Galahad, he's been done. Can there be question marks against their wins in their career? Even though they got caught, it don't mean to say that they took it before. But I always think anybody's career, if they've been done for anything to do with doping or being banned or even recreational drugs as a fighter, I think you've got to put an asterisk next to the names. Anybody Kid Galahad's beat, my opinion, got to look at it as what are you on out? Same with Billy Joe. They've been busted, haven't they? They've been done. Everybody's looking for an edge. Everybody. But jug ears going on about the safety of fighters on Talk Sport. Jug ears, where are you coming from? Jug ears. Hey, where are you coming from? Yet you're bigging Dylan White up non-stop, a 4-time cheat. Your big mate, Don Charles, trained Yoker. He's a doper. You know, nobody mentions things like this. What's good for goose has surely got to be good for gander. We can't hammer dopers like Rodriguez and then go out to lunch with Dylan White jug ears, can you? No doubt you'll probably be hanging out the back of Yoker at some point. Well, why don't you pull him about his failed dope test? So, Jarrell Miller, you were high-fiving him at that big boxing do recently, jug ears. You were high-fiving Jarrell Miller. My God. Hey? You know, double standards constantly, but disappointing from Simon Jordan not to come out and go in full bore on this. But boxing now needs a world governing body. That's what it needs, a world governing body. And I think if that happens, they can start handing some serious bans out. I mean, look at them losses David Price has got on his record. He was beat by Thompson, a doper, Tepper, a doper, Povetkin, a doper. Eddie had him on his shows a few times. Povetkin, he's a doper, Eddie. Do you know what I mean? People forget about things like that. So Eddie Hills, the Iceman, he can stop squealing, can't he, really, now, about dopers and Rodriguez, because like I said, he's got Crusher Ben in his stable, and you know nobody wants to talk about that, do they? The Crusher Ben situation and the 274-page dossier. Well, I'm sick to death for all this doping in boxing and people getting passes and blah blah blah. Look at the Dennis McCann situation. He's come out yesterday and he's saying there's only me telling the truth out of 8 people. Yeah, but Dennis, it's in your system. How's it got there? We have strict liability in this country. It's got in your system somehow. You're responsible. You mind trying to get off with stuff on the technicality? Absolute craziness. All right, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to check the pinned comment in the comment section. It takes you straight to the website for my new sponsors, Human Nutrients. Well, peace out. Booyaka!